What's up, everybody? It's your boy Curran, and it's Jake.
What's up?
No graphics today because
we have gone mobile. We are on the road now.
We are on the road right now as we're here, all right?
Can't say it though.
We're not going to say it, but we're here. All right, Jake, let's get started with some sports stories today. One thing I want to talk about, we're going to start with the NBA today.
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday, what is this? So it's Thursday afternoon. It is
Thursday the 29th.
Thursday the 29th. Wednesday the 28th. Giannis Antetokounmpo and the GM and front office of the Milwaukee Bucks have agreed to move Giannis somewhere else.
Now this is crazy because the Bucks, their whole kind of everyone knows what a team has, like a certain player that Golden State has Stephen Curry, the Lakers. Well, now they have LeBron and Luka, but like Cleveland had LeBron. We had Charlotte and LaMelo, but Giannis was like the Bucks' player. So what's crazy is where do you think he is going to go?
There is two real spots I think he can go. He has stated that he wants to go to the New York Knicks, but the New York Knicks they won't sacrifice the things they need to trade for him at all. That team, they're too good to get rid of players, but they're not that good to win anything.
Exactly.
It's kind of weird with the Knicks. Their cap space is also not that good.
Yeah.
So the two real places, everybody's saying Miami. Miami can definitely do a good trade package with a couple young players on their team, good draft capital.
Yeah.
They also have good cap space as well. But what I would like to see is the number 2 option, or it might be number 3 option right now for Giannis, the Golden State Warriors, doing a trade package including Jonathan Kuminga, someone else, and a bunch of picks for Giannis, and I think that would work. That would be the best place for Giannis to go if he wants to win now. Because if it's Miami, they're probably giving up Tyler Hero as the main guy, so it's Bam and Giannis. That's not going to win a title. But Steph Curry, Giannis. Jimmy Butler's out, but you still got Draymond on there. You got a bunch of good young guys on that roster as well. I feel like that would be the best landing spot for him. But it's also just this just shows how bad of a franchise and a front office this is for Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Because you have one of the greatest players of all time. This is a bona fide top 20, top 15 player of all time. And he is now demanding a trade. He never wanted a trade because Milwaukee was the only team that would sign his brother.
Exactly.
But now they haven't put the pieces around Giannis. The last piece they tried to do was Damian Lillard, and that failed miserably. So
now with we know Giannis fought hard to get his brother to be on the Milwaukee Bucks with him. How do you think this feels for him? Because now your brother is leaving you. Want to get traded. Is
Thanasis even in the league anymore? He might be in the G League somewhere.
Really? I thought he was still in the league.
No, he's buns.
Wow. But also, if he does go to Golden State, and I think you've said this on the show before, that Golden State's coach, I'm blanking on his name right now.
Oh, Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr does not do a good job developing players. So how do you think that's going to go with Giannis?
It's Giannis. He's a top 3 player in the league. What development does he need?
I mean, everyone can do a little bit of development. No one's ever perfect.
No, Giannis can go into that system with Curry and be just fine. We saw it with Kevin Durant. Curry, at this age, he is 37. He does not need to be the number 1 option on the team anymore.
That is fair.
He gets injured way too much because of that. So putting Giannis could slide in, be that number 1 option, just like KD did back from 2017 to 2019. Let Steph Curry take everybody away because people are still going to think he's the number 1 option, and then Giannis gets an open bucket. It's not going to be that hard.
Yeah.
That team would run the league.
Moving on from NBA, we now have NFL. We have our 2 Super Bowl teams. We have the Patriots and the Seahawks. Now, what's crazy is the last time these 2 teams faced off, it was a close game, around 27-23, if I'm not mistaken. Also, this was back when Tom Brady was on the team.
Russell Wilson.
Exactly.
Legion of Boom. Those are some good teams.
I know. So it's weird coming back to this because after that, the Seahawks have had their ups and downs ever since that Super Bowl.
I mean, they've been pretty mid since that Super Bowl.
If not mid, pretty bad, honestly, after seeing some clips.
They are just direct mid. That's what they were after that Super Bowl all the way up until this year.
Yeah, and honestly, now with, I'm also seeing a lot of stuff with the Patriots. People saying they've had such an easy season, and I honestly agree with them.
I mean, they did, but...
Yeah, and when people will try to go, oh, we beat the Broncos, that was with Bo Nix out, with Jarrett Stidham in. I honestly see the Seahawks getting the win for the Super Bowl, if you ask me.
I'm going to give it to the Seahawks just because I think they have a better defense than the Patriots.
They have a way better defense than the Patriots.
And I feel like Jason might go for 200 yards if Sam Darnold's feeling like it.
I'm actually going to go with 250.
But with that thing with the Patriots having an easy schedule, yes, they had probably the easiest regular season schedule. They were blowing out teams, though. And you get to the playoffs, and you're playing these teams with a bunch of injuries. You can't put the blame on the team for playing them.
Okay, that's fair.
They're put into that situation, and they just got the luck of the straw. You can't blame the Patriots for playing against injured teams. Those teams got injured before they played them. So, I mean, you look at, I was about to say the Seahawks, but the Rams played the 49ers, right?
Yeah, they did. I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah. Ooh, no, who played the Bears? Did the Seahawks play the Bears?
I think so.
I don't know, but...
That's why we need Dylan Hammond here.
That's true.
He's one of the biggest Seahawks fans that we know. That's
true.
Yeah. All right. Also, speaking of the Patriots, because this just reminded me of something I saw, Bill Belichick not being in the first ballot of the coaches Hall of Fame. What do you think about that? I'm interested.
This just proves the NFL Hall of Fame has no credibility anymore, because let's be honest, Bill Belichick is the greatest NFL coach of all time. He has 6 rings as a head coach and 2 as an assistant.
3rd in all-time wins, I'm pretty sure, in the NFL.
Something like that. And people are like, oh, he got carried by Tom Brady.
But, I mean...
He also coached Tom Brady.
Yeah. I can't really say, if you're the coach of a team and your player does really good because you coach them, you're not getting carried by them. You're just great at coaching, except when you go to North Carolina and ruin your whole career. But
that's not NFL, though.
Exactly. That's college. And it does make me wonder how much do we separate his performance of coaching in the past from what we see now.
I mean, he's on his way to retirement very soon. I don't know how long he's going to last in UNC.
Yeah.
But he is the greatest coach in the NFL history. And him not being a first ballot Hall of Famer just shows how bad the NFL Hall of Fame committee is.
I mean, yeah, honestly, this guy, let's be real here. He coached the greatest quarterback of all time. If not, and if people say, oh, there are better quarterbacks, I'll appease that with saying of our generation. But yeah, he should have been in the first ballot, man.
Yeah, that was kind of stupid.
Speaking on to college basketball, I know I'm very happy about this game. Last night, Auburn beats Texas 88-82. A great win for Stephen Pearl. This Auburn team, they've had their ups and downs, honestly.
More downs than ups,
but we went 0-2 at the start of conference play.
Whew.
But our defense is really starting to lock in. Pettiford has actually started to play kind of a little bit how we used to last year. I think Stephen Pearl is doing the best he can with what he's got, and he's got a good team. I just think they need to continue their momentum and honestly continue. They play really good defense. Texas had 4 turnovers back to back thanks to this Auburn defense. And honestly, I think if we can continue to be a great defensive team, the offense will come in soon in time for March Madness. You want to talk about some Alabama basketball?
Yeah, I gotta look up this dude's name again because I forget his name every time. Alabama played at Missouri 2 days ago on Tuesday, and they won by almost 30.
Yeah.
I mean, Alabama ranked number 23. We've had a couple bad losses in the past.
One of them was to Vandy, if I'm not mistaken. Now, Vandy is...
That was a few weeks ago, though.
Yeah, but they've done pretty good this season. I think they only have 3 losses, which is pretty crazy for a Vandy. And they're ranked in the top 20, if I'm not mistaken.
That's true, but you know who is looking like one of the best SEC players? He's probably the best SEC player, in my opinion. LeBaron Philon Jr.
Oh, yeah.
Insane this season.
Dude, he's had some pretty insane stats, dude.
But I want to look at the center. Charles Bediako. That's how I'm say his name. I'm looking him up. His first 2 pictures are him in a Spurs jersey and him in a Pistons jersey.
Wow.
And so he goes in, plays a lot of minutes against Missouri and Tennessee. I don't think he should be on this team because that's ridiculous. You can't play in the G League, so you have to go back to college.
Yeah, that's
absurd.
That was a really, because they put him in against Tennessee, which that game is already heated enough with the Alabama and Tennessee rivalry, but let alone putting in a G League player. There was a lot. I'm pretty sure it was Florida's head coach that criticized Bama on that, and I'm interested to see. And they're upcoming. They're, I think, 2 games away from playing Bama, so we're about to see if Florida can live up to the talk saying that they, even with a G League player, they could still beat them.
Yeah, and then you look at the G League All-Star game. He has a lot of votes because a bunch of Tennessee people voted him to be in it, so he has to go back to the G League and play.
Yeah, it's a weird situation. I don't think anything like this has happened. I think for the SEC at least. I've heard stuff like this has happened before in the past, but not in the SEC.
Baylor did it at the start of this season.
Yeah, but that is kind of bad that we only get upset about it when Alabama does it, but Baylor didn't. That's kind of a problem.
Baylor did at the start of the season.
Yeah, and honestly, they need to remain in the G League. We do not need to be pulling people down to go to college. That's just not fair to, I think, the college athletes, if you ask me.
It's not. Yeah, I mean, it really isn't.
Yeah.
But one thing I want to say is, if we go back to college football and look at Indiana's roster this year,
oh my gosh,
that is basically the same thing we're talking about with this player on Alabama.
That is fair.
You look at Indiana's roster, everybody's like, oh, it's a bunch of 3-stars that won the national title. Yeah, they're all like 25.
Yeah.
They're all super old. Like, these guys should have been in the NFL.
I mean, TJ Finley's about to be almost
TJ Finley
26 and on his 7th year on a 7th school. Yeah. But also, speaking of college football, last week, I'm pretty sure, it had gone announced that there will be more than one brand logo on jerseys. Things like, Nike. Obviously, you have your Nike and Adidas, your Under Armour. But things like, I saw one, it was like a meme, like Gerber's baby food on there. Or like you have a Verizon thing. And honestly, I don't know. I don't think that's the great idea. Because if you look at stuff like NASCAR, covered in sponsors, and it just doesn't look that good. So on college jerseys, I don't know. There are some that I think are very questionable. But I just don't think that works on a college football jersey. It might work on a NASCAR, but I don't think a college football jersey is where it works.
I look at NASCARs and I see all those things. I'm like, yeah, this is it, bro. These cars are peak. NBA jerseys do it. They have 1 or 2, sometimes even 3, and it looks great. I don't know why football doesn't do it. Your jerseys are bland anyways. Why not go and get some more stuff added to it?
I don't know. The 2026 football season is already looking to be interesting enough, if you ask me.
Yeah, Bama going back to the Super Bowl and winning it.
Bama going back to the Super Bowl.
Elon Russell is going to save Alabama.
All right, well, that's almost all the time we have for this episode. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Yep. Shout out to this place. But yeah, certified worker here, certified food enjoyer from here. Peace out, y'all.
See y'all next week.